Thursday.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just pick up on what we were doing. By morning, Leo seems to have perked up a bit. It starts with some good news from Flynn. Carl had been in the Kroll's place. According to him, it had been too hot to sleep anywhere but there. Of course,
Well,
that's...
it's better than being kidnapped by a meth gang, so,
Yeah,
we're not in the worst timeline yet.
not yet.
Not yet. Not quite there.
But it's definitely something Carl might do. In better spirits, Leo suggests that we go out to some burger joints, to which I agree. On the way, we chat about my project.
So, obviously, I don't want to spend all of our time just having fun. You have a project to do after all.
Yeah.
I don't remind him that most of our messing around has been his idea.
Especially in bed. Ba-dum-bow.
He's trying to get Chase alone. Though we do need to hang out with TJ today, if that's okay. I promised him we would
not.
yesterday. It's definitely not. He's been feeling kinda down, obviously.
I look down at my sausage biscuit sandwich, the excess grease glistening in the sunlight shining through my window.
I was thinking the park.
So we could go for walkies.
Walkies!
Yeah, that
Chase-
sounds fun.
Chase can walkie Leo, put him on a leash.
Yeah, Leo needs to
Exactly.
be on a leash.
Down, boy, heel! So, what do you still need to do?
I take a bite and to give myself time to think.
Okay, Chase, nom 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 for a little bit.
Well, honestly, I'm not too sure. I probably should have planned this in advance, but, oh well. The whole premise is about the body that was found in the mine. Not that we know his name is Jack.
His name was Jacques.
Was he a samurai?
No, his name is Haku.
His name was Bear, and I will thwart you.
Did you say
Yeah,
Bale?
Bale. The
Yeah,
dragon?
did you not get to... Yeah, I was going to say, did you not get to the end of the DLC?
I've actually been waiting for everybody else in Elden Ring. But once my playthrough with him is done,
Make sure you summon
probably-
Egon, because that's an
yeah,
awesome
he has a nice line. He said that line even when he didn't understand the context of it. All right, Leo, go for it.
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, you see, there was this cat sex worker hanging out in the brothel with all his buddies. I mean, well, I read about it on the website. Apparently, some guy's mutilated body was found in the mine, and all the town lost their minds.
Oh, website?
Yes, Leo, it's on the information superhighway. We
Oh,
learned about this in the 90s.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I only use that for crypto.
And your point.
Where you look up stuff about otters and wolves, and otters doing things to wolves that we may have done in the past.
Otterbottomsonly.com, yeah.
Wolf tops only.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or shouldn't you have a better source than that?
Well, also, there's this bear that lives on campus. He's got like a podcast that I listen to about Echo, but that won't come up till the sequel.
Is that the
Well-
Barely There podcast?
Well, it's Devin from Arches.
Hmm.
I mean, he has the Bare Necessities podcast. which is all about ghosts, which I don't think is a necessity. It's a strange show he runs. Well,
Especially if the whole idea of your project is based off that.
I blush. Someone like Leo chastising me about journalistic integrity is kind of embarrassing.
Especially
not
when
that
he's
he-
part of QAnon.
It's not that he's stupid. I mean, he is part of QAnon, but it's not that he's stupid.
he's just a MAGA bro.
I guess I'm just
And that's word of God from Howley that Leo would have been MAGA if this game was set a year later.
instantly he's
approaching
not as
really
popular.
But we're approaching the line where it's like so offensive.
Instantly, Leo is not popular anymore. It's not that he's stupid. I guess I'm just used to feeling like the brains of our little dynamic.
Like Jenna's not the brains.
No, Jen is 100% the brains of that outfit.
Yeah, like TJ's not. He's going for like sports medicine. Like he's trying to be a Bible Olympics doctor.
I think Flynn had basically everyone cited pretty well. Especially Chase was like, Chase, you have no notable qualities other than the one who looks around and is just boring as up. Waiting to cycle through everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cited. I just need to get the book, which means that it's not that cited if you is online, which is something else we need to do. Do you have a library card
Chase,
for all that print media we love in 2015?
Chase, have you ever heard of Amazon? You can just buy the damn book. Are you poor?
Is he expecting Leo to own books? Leo can
And
read
them?
Books? MAGA is allergic to books, right? They touch paper and they break out in hives or something.
Especially philosophy.
Well, supposedly, what's it? Gen Alpha has never read a book. Like that's what they're finding out because like they don't assign books anymore.
But
like in the entire schooling process, it's only chapter. It's only like specific passages, essays.
Yeah.
And stuff. And so it's just like, this is now like the least literate generation coming up. And hey, we got Trump elected again, huh? I don't think those two things are connected.
But
what's a tariff?
Gen Alpha can't vote, though. Give him a few years. Leo.
Well, I mean, Zoomers got started.
It's the couple of generations ahead of ours that re-elected Trump. But anyways.
Yeah, they'll elect him for his third term.
Yeah, they're hoping for a fourth as well.
Nah, he'll just declare himself God King at some point and, sit on the throne of skulls.
Xerxes Trump.
Wait. He's going to be the king. He's going to be the emperor of mankind and Korn at the same time? How does that work?
No.
Well, I mean, he's basically already dead. So, just hook some machines up to him.
All right, Chase, go.
Sorry, Leo. Wait, I thought we were on Leo's no.
Leo just said no.
Okay. Wow, surprising. I'm surprised that you're no.
But I could sign up for one.
Leo
it only takes 3 months and 4 credit cards, according to this website I saw.
Leo nudges me.
Don't be mean. I just want you to do a good job.
That's why we're doing nothing for the entire trip.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he has not done a single thing for his project since Sunday night.
I want you to do a good job on me.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I'm the one that went to college. I know what I'm doing by not doing anything.
Leo laughs.
I read a study about college kids.
A study? Sounds like something you wouldn't know about considering you didn't go to college. Unlike me, behold my rainbow frappuccino and my liberalism.
Right. Anyway, it was about how college doesn't make you smart, just more liberal.
Okay, look, just because I have the I'm with her poster in my dorm, because Hillary's totally going to beat Trump next year. Don't put that MAGA hat on. I mean, oh, is that a bad thing?
We're
Behold the
paying
foreign beers I drink now. Ha
20,000
ha ha.
well, paying 20,000 a year to get indoctrinated just doesn't appeal to me.
I
I get
frown.
indoctrinated for free on the internet. YouTube does great job.
Yes, like Sargon of somewhere, and Ben S. something.
Steven Crowder.
Oh man, all those people. like, like
That's one of the things that really ruined my opinion of the town is that I was working at a drive-through and we had like an app for them to pay with, but I would see like their YouTube on like the pit, like sunk in the corner, and how many times I saw Ben Shapiro and Tim Pool coming through my drive-through. It was just like, I this is not a good town.
yeah,
This town be scary.
yeah, it's
Even though we live in the blue state.
yeah, it's the whole thing of like those guys. They depend so much on trying to be funny, and because of that, they're able to slip stuff under your radar, and so they're able to just start manipulating you into adopting their points of view, even though their points of view are just obvious nonsense. I remember when that Sargon douche got on with a literal academic and refused to actually let him define his terms. Like, that's how
Yeah.
you just know it's about as disingenuous as it gets.
Mhm.
So, and he just had his moron people showing up and screaming at him. So, it is what it is.
Well, I mean, he did lose the one time he did try to run for office. He lost terribly. Like he's tanked the party.
Good.
He tanked his British party. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I frown.
Ooh, I just got another Blue Sky follower.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes, all furries. We go there now.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. If you guys are
I
not
don't
on
see
Blue
enough
Sky,
furry porn
go to
on there
Blue Sky.
yet, so we're not doing it.
Yeah. If you guys are not on Blue Sky, go to Blue Sky. There may be some guy who's a bohemian of something, but I won't say who he is. I frown. Chase, you're up.
Is that why you stopped going, or have you just been looking up studies to make yourself feel better about quitting? Quit or quit.
Leo pauses.
That's a strong word. I guess I just realized that what I had was good enough. My dad makes more than most college grads, and he teaches me the trade too.
Leo pauses as he changes lanes around a massive 16-wheeler carrying what looks like steel.
And I'm already certified.
Because, the one thing guys love more when you're trying to, get a guy to move in with you is telling them that you've settled. And dreams, those are useless.
I think it's funny that Leo...
That's just the sexiest thing you can say.
I think it's funny that Leo says he's certified, and he's like, by the end of the trial, would be like, you need to be certified for something else, Leo.
Yeah.
I think Kaiser definitely knows what I'm talking about.
You should probably be EMT certified
Oh,
or
it's even
something.
worse than Welcome to Echo. I made it even worse. Okay, where are you exactly going with this? I mean,
I just want to make sure you're okay with that, is all.
so, well, I'm not Jenna. As long as you're doing what you want, I really don't care what you decide to do. Because, the other sexy thing is to just be completely apathetic to the guy you're trying to court. That's also, that is just,
Yeah. I don't care about anything.
That is like verbal
including you.
Viagra. I mean...
Hey, but
Like,
that is the thing, though. As
Like,
long
I don't care about anything, including you. That makes me sexy.
I mean, it's like, hey, as long as you're doing what you want to be doing and trying to go and do where you want to go do, then I don't really care.
Well, yeah,
Like,
if you say it like that, yeah.
yeah, I'm not here to criticize you for just being forklift certified and stopping.
Well, I got to be forklift certified to handle this dump Oh,
Oh! Leo smiles.
he's got those cakes. Yeah.
We're good. And if we, I'm not saying we will, but if we ever do, if we ever got together again, I'll be able to support you.
Well, just don't make fun of me for going to college or whatever degree I decide to go into. Not that I'm going to be dead at the end of this week anyway.
Oh, you're a good enough writer already. It's not like you have to go take liberal studies and
It's not like writing is a process that you have to spend your entire life developing.
you're no Stephen King though. You could have just started a blog or something.
Yeah, what would Chase's blog look like? The hot otter takes. This water is extra swimmable. Behold!
It's like
Extra swimmable.
he makes the otter equivalent of like that walking trails blog on that's about California or something.
Yeah, it's all just like his travel log of just various bodies of water he swims in.
Oh wait, I got it. He goes into cave diving because he can hold his breath for a long time, so it's even better with a rebreather.
Oh,
What?
I just read that. That's what journalism is these days. Just a blog.
I start sulking again.
Maybe you should stop looking those things up. At least I'm learning to do something. Like make shitty YouTube videos about my lame town. Behold my power.
Behold my crappy town.
It's not like I just got a degree in psychology and stopped there.
Wow.
Take
What a
that,
burn.
Jenna. Take you my psychic damage
Take that.
that you can't hear.
Take that, someone.
Some people just just feel called out right now. Fucking dick. Well, didn't you tell me you wanted to go into history? Isn't that worse?
No, Leo. That was Marco. He's a completely different protagonist in the Echoverse. Come on now. Just because they both love wolves and history and meet fates pretty terrible and close to death, why would you confuse them?
Like history's kind of important. Though I will say, if he thinks that college makes you liberal, go talk to any history major. Because it's just like, when did all the terrible things in history happen? When we became hyper conservative. Or super authoritarian. One of those two.
Yeah,
or
as long as
both.
he doesn't go, around the econ department.
Being knowledgeable.
Or the business majors, yeah, that's where all the liberal time.
Oh, yeah, no.
Let's just drop it.
Leo looks at me out of the corner of his eye.
Shula, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just making fun of you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you and those rainbow frappuccinos, whoever makes those.
Also, is that pumpkin spice?
Well, when someone starts sounding like my dad, I think it's a good time to end the conversation.
Chase is dating his
Yeah,
dad.
because there was no second D or Y on there, so clearly striking out.
Oh, you're not into that song?
I think he might be, but doesn't want to say it. Definitely not.
Daddy.
We drive in silence for a while as Leo pulls out his food from the brown, grease-stained paper bag. As we're heading back, he nudges me.
They got 5 guys.
We got 5 wolves.
5 wolves.
5 paws. Burgers and fries.
Hey, I have an idea.
Well, there's first time for everything, Leo.
He talks with his mouth full, one hand holding onto a sausage biscuit while the other steers.
Okay, I'm try to do this.
Are you asking me? Hey, both hands on the wheel. 10 and 2, young man.
Leo,
While you're eating, which do you need a third hand?
Leo,
Just hold the sandwich with your tail.
I mean,
And
He is a wolf, right? So he is a wolf, but he's not a horse, so he might not be able to just think about Chase and then hold it with 3 arms. Hold it with. Shula, look at this, hands free.
Well, spoilers for later. Leo is not the longest, but he's the girthiest.
He's not particularly well endowed in one direction. Wait,
Yeah, but he's got the
oh
It's One Direction.
no! Leo's nickname would be One Direction. It's just wider.
It's his secret favorite band.
It's good. He calls it stubble.
Leo. It's an inch deep but a mile wide.
He calls his penis plateau.
Leo
It's like a
chuckles.
tuna can.
Leo chuckles as he swings from his orange juice carton with his steering paw before returning it to the wheel.
Even when I'm in the car, you drive like shit. It's not like cars are important to you or anything, Leo. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, I'm way more careful when you're with me.
Yeah, at least he's not masturbating while driving in this route, so, that's good.
In this route?
Yeah, do you not remember Jenna's route?
Is Jenna in the car with him? He's just jacking it.
Oh, no, it's even funnier than that, because they're all in his car to go do stuff, and Chase opens the glove compartment, and cum rags just rain down on him.
Oh no!
And then TJ, the good little Christian boy, is just like, "Oh, I'll help pick those up." It just starts grabbing them.
And everyone's just like, no, don't touch those. 9.
9. Just like TJ, whatever
Well,
you
that
do.
makes me feel better.
Just like TJ, whatever you do, go wash your hands before you touch your face at all. Otherwise, you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your face might get pregnant.
Yeah. Good.
But it's TJ's just like, "Oh boy, I'd like that. I'd have face babies."
Whee! Oh no!
Temples get pregnant.
He takes another huge bite. I wait while he chews, and when he finishes, he takes another bite.
Wait, I've completely lost where we are.
You were saying? Question mark.
I'm way more. Okay, Leo's way more careful when you drive with me. That makes me feel so much better. And then, did he
I
say
said that.
good?
Yeah, I
Okay.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
takes a huge
Wait,
bites.
okay. You were saying?
Oh, yeah. You know those train tracks behind my yard? Do you know they were important somehow?
Yeah, Echo used to be an important place. I mean, important junction for your conjunctions.
Especially the
Conjunction.
solar conjunction will end us all.
Well, why don't you go there and we can film some stuff? The rail yard is only like a 5-minute walk away.
I think.
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. We need to set up this plot point for later.
Hell yeah. Leo smiles, panting a little in heat, looking around, looking proud of himself.
Wait, Leo's in heat? Thought he was a boy.
Panting a little in the heat, and looking around, proud of himself.
Well, gender stereotypes are just, bullshit. So Leo can just be in heat and he wants all that chula.
Is it Leo or Leah?
Leola.
Leola. Leola Vajula.
Look, sometimes he goes up to the smoke room and, puts on, a wig and,
Prances around the dress.
He is Leo.
I mean, Flynn said it,
Leo.
Flynn said it would, help him get laid, so.
I am Princess Leo. Cool. We'll go over once we get back.
There's not much left of the old train yard. The building that
I
used
do
to...
like how there's just no transition between stuff. It's just like instantly one picture to the next one and the music.
Yeah.
There's just no transition.
The building that used to service the junction is basically gone, save for the foundation. There are two groups of abandoned freight cars. The Golden Gate Southwestern is chipped paint on one side. I'm happy to see it, since it'll help with the scenery I'm trying to capture. After doing a few panning shots, along with some close-ups of the car, I lean against the old freight car with my head back. I close my heads against the heat. Against Leo's
My
heat,
head?
also. It's almost noon, so it's almost impossible to find any good shade around here. For some reason, it's only now that I'm realizing how stupid it was to do this so early. The sunset would have looked a lot better, along with being a lot cooler. Leo's been gone almost 20 minutes at this point. He said he was going to get some water bottles, but it's been a while. The sweat seeping into my shirt makes my skin crawl. After looking around, I peel it off and hang it up against the small metal ladder on the frame of one of the freight cars. I lean back against the exact same spot I was earlier, where it isn't burning hot, and resume closing my eyes. Vaguely, I wonder how many miles this thing has covered. How much of the country has it seen? The railway's been closed down, and the railway was closed down in the 60s, so it's at least over 50 years old. Unless they're just using Echo as a dump for unwanted train cars and left them here recently. A lot older than I am. There's something weirdly comforting about leaning against something that's been through so much. Almost reassuring. It's like swimming in an old river or lake that's been around for millions of years. Something brief connected to things that are permanent. I hear rustling through the grass on the other side of the car, but I keep my eyes closed.
Leo, I think I'm gonna die. I'm not built for the heat.
I wait, but he doesn't say anything.
Leo?
The rustling starts up again, a long, slow drag through the dried vegetation. This time it sounds like it's coming from under the train.
Leo?
I finally open my eyes and step away from the car, turning around to look at it like I can see through it.
What are you doing?
Obviously trying to scare me. Leo was never as subtle as Jenna, but he did have his fair share of at least trying. I lean over and look under the car, glaring.
You know, if you're trying...
I met with emptiness under the car, just dirt, dead grass, and rusted nails. Was it some kind of animal? It sounded pretty big to be...
Jaws!
A heavy paw slams on my shoulder as I jump, as Leo shouts right next to my head. I stumble forward, but he grabs me up, laughing.
Holy shit, I've never seen you jump that hard before.
Normally I'd be pissed, but that build-up just had me glad it was Leo.
How the hell did you do that?
Do what?
That whole setup you did.
Well, you see, first I take my hand and slap it on your shoulder.
No, the whole walking around behind me and making that dragging sound under the car? Because normally I only have things be dragging on Twitter.
Oh?
Leo looks confused. He hasn't been ratioed yet on Twitter. I frown. I guess it would have been kind of impossible for someone Leo's size to sneak around like that without me seeing him.
Calling Leo fat.
He's a big boy.
Eat you.
Well, he's got that belly.
I just suck in my belly.
Leo mimics my earlier position and bends over to look under the train.
And then that's Chase's signal.
He's like, oh, he's presenting the otter hole. Ooh.
Surprise!
Yeah, but there wasn't anything there. I thought you were trying to scare me.
Well, I was, but I didn't do that. Probably some animal or something. Clint. There's a lot of weird wildlife out here, you know. Like Clint.
He stands,
Like, cocaine bears and,
cocaine bears. Yeah.
Don't worry, he's here. Don't worry.
He stands up.
That would have been a good idea, though.
It sounded really heavy, like a person.
Are you calling me
So not
fat?
TJ.
Not TJ. Could have been. You know, a lot of the weirder people around here like to come here to get drunk. Or high, or whatever. Wait, are you calling me fat?
Wait, are you saying you didn't bring the booze for us to get drunk here?
Leo. Come on. You were
Damn
supposed
it,
to bring
Leo.
that. That's the drinks we
You
were
were
talking
supposed-
about.
You were supposed to bring the drinks, Leo, you ass.
Yeah, the water was supposed to be vodka.
You had one job.
Yeah, but it's Leo. He would have just brought Bud Light again. It's like, bleh.
That is no longer the official drink of the NFL, damn it! You should know this, you were playing football.
Because they had one thing with a trans woman. Now they're banned forever. Well, that sounds fun.
No, it's Modelo or nothing.
I must
Yeah,
still,
now it's all Corona.
I must still look around. I must still look a little unnerd because Leo sets a hand on my shoulder.
Well, I'm here now, so don't worry. Don't worry.
His eyes drip down to look at my torso.
You've kept in shape. Well, better shape.
I smirk, rubbing my shoulder.
Swimming every day helps. Get my cardio in, watching my carbs.
Leo rubs my shoulder, grinning.
You look good.
You always say that, but say it more. Tell me more. Go on.
And
Keep going.
I always mean it. You look good. You look good. You look good.
Now grab those ankles, Chula. Well, thanks.
My feet come off the ground, my head hits the dirt, and just all of a sudden everything's black.
I've gotten to the point where I just stop pretending that there isn't at least something still there between us. And I think I've stopped pretending that nothing's going to happen on this trip, eventually. What really worries me is what will happen afterward. Leo, meanwhile, slides his hand over my stomach.
Not that I'd care if you gained any weight. That happens, but I like you this way.
I just can't imagine Chase with a six-pack. Like, I know that's probably not what they're implying, but that just seems so impossible in my brain. You're like, Chase, bro.
Bodybuilding Chase.
Chase is just ripped.
Yeah, he's like a groundskeeper Willie, where he just like takes his shirt off, and then all of a sudden, he's just built like a brick shit house.
He just built like whatever that guy is, Mr. Clean. He just flexes, his shirt explodes.
Yeah, it happens.
I only hesitate for a moment. I slide my own hand under his shirt, and Leo makes a soft gasping noise as I press it up against his stomach. His ears pulled back, though he keeps a grin on his face.
Being a wolf makes it harder, you know.
I mean, it's hard in my pants now. I believe you.
As if to try and convince me he hasn't really gained weight, he flexes his abs, flattening the soft fur on his stomach against my palm. Steel wrapped in velvet.
But you know I'm into that.
I get the urge to adjust my hands, jamming so uncomfortably into my crotch. But I don't want to make it that obvious that I'm aroused.
You'll mind feeling some other part of me? You're making me feel fat.
I giggle before I slide my hand up his torso. This,
But Leo, we're furries. We're all into bellies.
this exposes more of his
Oh!
this exposes more of his white stomach all the way up to his chest, and I can feel his pounding heart.
That better?
I was thinking other direction.
Feel my legs.
And then he just slides his hand down to his thigh and just ignores everything else. No,
He
no,
starts
no.
feeling up Chase's.
Yeah, it just goes right to the calves.
No, he starts feeling up Leo's feet.
He's like, no, no, no. Go back up. Start checking out his belly button. He's like, damn it, Chase.
My journalistic instincts weren't leading me to the correct answer.
Leo just gives a breathy, laughing exhale as he lets me feel him. He slides closer, resting both his hands on my waist. I feel his peck with my hand as I thumb through his fur to find the nipple underneath, feeling it harden in response. I then pinch it and twist.
That's when I get the clamps out.
Leo shudders and grins at me.
He was like, "Oh, get the hook, hang me from this train." I think this place does things to us, Chas. Remember our first kiss?
This isn't the exact spot, and I know I keep precise GPS coordinates of first kiss on my persons at all time.
Yes. Was it really 6 years ago already? I sigh, then slide both my hands under his shirt and wrap them around his waist, burying my face in his chest.
Actually, I think it was 7 because the prequel is 2008, and this is 2015.
Leo hugs back as
Sorry.
he starts nibbling at my ears, which makes me gasp.
Hey, can't we just enjoy the moment? Which is totally what he's doing.
Leo giggles.
I am.
Your schoolwork? Oh yes, we're totally gonna do that.
Put this on your YouTube video. I look up at him and I'm not sure if I just run into it, but we kiss. It's a small peck, but then Leo puts his hand behind my head and pushes me deeper into the kiss. He opens his muzzle and clamps around mine. He opens his muzzles to clamp around mine, his warm tongue pressing up against my lips. I'm still for a moment, and so is he, waiting for me to respond. When I do, it's with my paws around his back, me kissing back. A soft crack to my right makes me jerk my head from the kiss to look over. Gudzu.
Hall monitors here.
Gudzu's standing there, his arms folded. Leo coughs in surprise, pulling back as well and wiping his muzzle.
Kudzu. Kudzu, what's up?
The raccoon's expression is hard to read, as usual, but I see the corner of his muzzle quirk up after a while. Not much. What's up with you?
Oh, you know, Dolph.
Leo laughs and finally, Gudzu smiles.
Kudzu?
I speak up, feeling awkward, staying silent after Kudzu caught us like that. He nods in my direction. Chase. So, what are you guys really doing out here? Seems like kind of a dumpy place to be doing that. I blush, but turn and point to my camera bag still sitting inside the opening of the car.
I was, filming for my project. This place is totally important to Echo's history, and no other reason.
I see.
We could ask you the same thing.
Well, I'm not exactly doing that, am I? Anyway, I just take walks sometimes on my days off.
In the middle of the day?
Usually. He narrows his eyes at me, clearly thinking that I'm suspicious about something, so I quickly add,
I mean, it just gets so hot out here at this time of day. I'd die. Certainly you're not doing anything suspicious, Kuzu.
shoulders nonchalantly. I don't know. I go for walks a lot. That's what I was doing last night when I found you two.
He's certainly not secretly patrolling the area for government secrets.
Yeah,
or,
he's
or anybody opposing gangs to murder them before they go back and talk about what happened.
he's just patrolling his territory.
Mm-hmm.
Finds wrong people.
Also, isn't he supposed to be like a tanuki or something? Shouldn't he have enormous pants?
I think he's just a regular
He's just
raccoon.
he's just a normal trash panda.
It's Rocket.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like the magic crook or
Mm,
his gang. So he's not very thievious.
yeah, that
Doesn't
makes
have the
sense.
giant tree, even though he is in the gardening.
Though he does need a huge ass gun, just as just as Tats pointed out, so he can be like, hell yeah, and then just start gunning people down.
And he wants to take someone's metal arm.
Give me that glove.
Thanks for stepping in. Hey, thanks for stepping in last night. That could have ended badly.
Kuzu shrugs again. It would have. Had to do something, didn't I?
Well, I appreciate it.
Leo wraps his arms around me and hugs.
So, how's he when he came?
Pissed. Pissed, obviously.
Well, he always is. Fucking crackhead.
But he said some things last night. You should stay away from him for a while. Kutsu's normally placid face shows some concern for the first time.
What? He say he was gonna kill me?
Leo says it lightly, like it's no big deal, among other things. His eyes flick to me. I give a start.
What?
Whoa, wait. Did he say some shit about us?
Leo's hackles rise. I can see him starting to bare his teeth. Again, he was on something last night. He might not even remember it, but I'm just warning you to be careful around him from now on. Kutsu looks back to Leo. Don't provoke him.
I wouldn't if he wasn't such a fucking asshat.
Just ignore him.
I swear to God, if he talked about doing shit at us.
His grip tightens even more around me.
Hey, I'll be gone in a few days. Don't worry about me. Because I'm clearly not going to stay with you for any reason, Leo. But I'm worried about you.
Yeah,
So let me
either way,
mix
Chase is
singles
leaving
more.
Leo.
Let me mix these singles more.
One way or another.
I'm just getting really tired of that meth skeleton messing with everything I do. And if he fucking tries anything with you,
Leo. The air
Especially like a romantic dinner or flowers. Oh, he's going to get it then.
The air is tense, and I feel Leo growling deep in his throat. Wanting to change the subject, I speak up.
Hey, Kudzu, we were gonna go out in the park and hang out. You wanna come?
Thanks, but I think I'm good. Leo perks up from his brooding.
You know what? I think that's a good idea. We were gonna play some soccer, but there's only gonna be 3 of us. You could help even it out.
Kudzu thinks. Well, I suppose I could use a workout.
Ah! You're just like TJ. I think you guys will get along great.
I don't really see TJ and Kudzu getting along just because they're fitness conscious. They're practically night and day.
It kind of reminds me of like the argument online, like Jack Frost and Elsa would get along just because they're both ice elements.
No, it's clearly Elsa and Spider-Man. I've seen YouTube Kids.
Spider ice.
Oh no, you missed that weird meme of like AI generated buzzwords, and like the most popular one, it was just like completely random things with Elsa and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It was like owning the meta for a while.
Yeah, I miss that. We're heading out right now about we're heading out right about now. You wanna come?
Kudzu hesitates for a second longer before he nods his head in a quick jerk. Alright.
He's like, do I have to be around these dumbasses?
Alright, yeah. Why not? And with that, I gather up my equipment and we head back to Leo's house. It's not surprising that Echo hardly has an inch of flat grass in the entire town. Leo says they're planning to lay down sod next to the lake when the area is further developed, but as of now, we have to settle for a park next to Peyton. It's a plain stretch of grass, usually used for youth soccer games. In fact, I can remember when I was part of that same organization, back when my stubby legs didn't matter as much. Of course, after a few years, it became clear that, being an otter, I wasn't built for the sport. That's when I took up swimming, of course. But then I realized that I wasn't really great at that either. Of course,
Can I just
competing
can I
against
just point out
dolphins.
that even sorry. That even in Chase's own mind, he's terrible at swimming. So just everyone take a note of that, because Chase is not a good swimmer. Should, he get into any swimming related tests of power or something later.
Or shenanigans, yeah.
Just noting it, yes.
Yeah.
He's shit on everything.
Of course, I could outswim any non-aquatic, but when it came to the other otters, I was pretty much bottom of the barrel.
Much less against dolphins.
As we
Or
drive,
another child otter,
yeah. As we drive, TJ sighs next to me. I look over at him and see he's got an elbow against the armrest, staring out the window as we pull into the empty parking lot.
Everything all right?
TJ's ears perk and he looks over at me, clearly forcing a smile.
Of course. You don't seem that way. What's up?
I lean closer to him. Leo's talking to Kudzu in the front, so we have some amount of privacy. TJ looks down in his lap for a moment, then just shrugs.
I think it's pretty obvious, Chase. This whole trip has been pretty bad.
I'm about to counter that it hasn't been that bad, but then he goes on.
I just think it might have been best if I hadn't come. I feel bad is all.
The way he tries not to frown, but does anyway, is both heartbreaking and adorable at the same time. I automatically rest my paw on his shoulder, reassuringly.
Stuff happens, right? We came here to have fun, so that's what we're gonna do right now. Yeah? It's just that I feel bad for everyone else. What happened yesterday? I think it affected everyone. When friends just go missing and everyone's, barely shrugs and only kind of looks for like 5 minutes and then you go getting hate crimes? Nah, no way. I had a great time with Leo yesterday. Yes, him and just Leo had a good time. Uh,
Hella selfish.
that's a great way to say that to your down friend. Who's sad that the group's not getting together and having fun.
I know your
Leo and I had
experience.
good time. I mean,
I know your experience sucked, but I was having a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Leo got so sloppy drunk he could barely walk. We got hate crimed, and then we saw a ghost. So good times. Oh, and that fun CG where we didn't have sex.
Yeah.
Good
I realize that statement makes me look like a total asshat, but DJ just nods as Leo parks the car.
Finally, he's becoming self-aware.
he had his idea of an intrusive thought is minor self-awareness.
We're here.
As we reach the
Oh,
field,
it's the good song.
Gudzu immediately starts jogging the length of it while TJ stretches. I stand there awkwardly for a second, not really sure if I should join them, since I felt a little overboard for something so casual. At least I hope it's casual. Leo rests the soccer ball against his hip as he joins me.
Okay, just watch out. I'm gonna kick this soccer ball at your face.
What are you?
It's good that you don't stretch and make sure that your muscles are as tight and immovable, inflexible as possible. All right, let's go. Let's go run extremely fast for hours.
Dum. Hey, they're so eager, huh?
Apparently.
Well, it's not a bad idea. Don't want to pull anything.
So me and Leo do a few awkward stretches before the other two join us in the middle of the field.
I mean, Leo should know that they need to stretch because, he played football in like high school or whatever. He should know the importance of doing it.
And Chase was on the swim team, so he should know it too, but
That's true. They're just a couple of asshats.
like, look, the coach isn't, here to make us do it, so why would we?
We just need to, let's just abandon our common sense.
Mm-hmm.
What good has common sense ever done to anyone? 5 minutes later, it's just Leo on the ground. Oh, I pulled a leg! I pulled a muscle!
Mate.
Quick, Chase, you must massage it. It's my adductor muscles. They need lots of rubbing, Chase. Come on.
He's like, oh, my prostate muscle.
It's like Beavis and Butthead, like holds her forehead. My liver!
Help, Chase. I need you to massage it with your finger.
Your forehead? or your liver?
Alright, Leo, go for it.
So, time to pick teams.
There's only 4 of us. Shouldn't be too hard.
You wanna peek?
Guzu looks between us before his eyes settle on me. Chase.
Oh, okay.
Probably the best to keep the lovers off the same team to avoid distraction. I at least want a little bit of challenge. Guzu gives Leo a little smirk. I blush, but Leo
I
smiles.
like that he just implied. He's like, nope. I need Chase to hold me back. That way,
They start playing, and Leo and Chase's retreat to like one corner of the field and start making out and rolling around the grass. Just,
With those two, yeah, they might.
I blush, but Leo
That's
smiles.
what Flint said they did in high school.
I blush, but Leo smiles easily, rolling his eyes.
It's not like that, damn it.
I mean, I haven't swooned him yet. The plan is still going.
Sure.
So, I'm on Leo's team?
TJ sidles up to Leo's side, and the wolf puts his arm around his shoulder.
Yep, you're my next boyfriend. I mean, you're lucky to have me. You know, in my country, we had a war over soccer once.
I don't believe you.
It's true. Thousands died in the football war.
Now that's some soccer hooliganry. Wait, you call it football, but because that seems pretty confusing since you're really into that other football.
I live here now, so football is soccer, and football is football. But if I were to call soccer football, I'd call it football.
Wait, what?
Oh, chica. Let's just start.
Kudzu looks around. Since there's so few of us here, I don't think we'd just play half-field. Why don't we just play half-field? Grab a few rocks to mark the goal. After that's done, we start playing.
Which is weird because there's clearly goals in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, just like, you know,
We're not going to use those, okay?
you could just like.
Those are dirty. But those are the straight goals. We can't have that.
After that's done, we start playing, and for me, it's pretty much a disaster. DJ, of course, dominates all of us. He dodges around me with ease, making me look like an idiot as I spin around trying to catch him, falling on my ass more than once. Kudzu is able to hold his own for the most part, but TJ gets it past him without much difficulty. I think the Lynx realizes how badly he's beating us after a while and starts to ease off. He passes it to Leo more often and only really steps in when we get near goal. When they get near the goal. Leo, while big, is slow as hell, and I actually managed to steal the ball from him a few times. I also think it's because he's not taking this seriously at all, because he keeps laughing and slapping me with his tail when I run past. At one point, the score is like 7-0. I managed to get near the goal. TJ jogs in and as I kick the ball clumsily, and it's so clear that he misses on purpose that everyone bursts out laughing as the ball rolls into the net. TJ frowns.
Wait, the net that they clearly said they didn't have?
Don't worry about it.
Because they put rocks there
It's
to
a
mark the goal.
It's a magic
You mean-
echo net.
Wait, you mean you don't realize that they just like
Continuity, what's that?
knitted the rocks into a net?
Yeah,
It's like echo magic.
you can knit rocks together to make a net. It's easy. I do it all the time.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
people-
TJ just used his Bible Olympic magics, you know.
Well, you know, Moses like threw a stick down and it turned to a snake, and it's like, and we all have the ability. Like, I'm literally wearing rock woven cotton right now.
Yeah, I mean, TJ, he put the rocks down, then he got a bunch of sticks, and he was like, God, I need a net. He threw the sticks, and it turned into a net.
Well, TJ is known as an alchemist. You know, he just went full, metal alchemist and just, made one.
Yep.
Full feline alchemist.
He just slapped his normal hand and his metal hand together.
Dude,
made a
that would
net.
be an awesome show. Full Metal Alchemist, but with furries.
Full Metal Alchemist, but with the Echo Staff. It's like, instead of, it's called Brotherhood, but really it's just Leo and Chase making out for most of the time they're on screen, unless they're fighting. While Jenna and somebody else fight all the time.
Sam walks in, he's like, nope, I'm still the same. Who wants some of this cat? Who wants some of this feline OZ?
Kudzu
Top bitter, come on down.
Kudzu walks in. He just takes one look at them. He's like, full metal! And then he puts on his little metal, like, fist thing and punches a rock at them.
Yeah, and then Flynn's just, full Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
He just has his glove, he's just kicking everybody's ass. All right, so we were at TJ Friends? Okay,
Yeah.
And what? That was a great kick, Chase. I'm not talking down to you at all. Because I'm short, and that's physically impossible.
I lean over, resting my hands on my knees as I gasp for breath.
if you're gonna let me score, we gotta get Jenna out of the hotel room because that would just make it awkward. You have to make it look more convincing than that. Man, also, I'm not 5. I can handle getting my ass kicked. Trust me, this route will put that to the test.
No, it really hurt TJ's feelings. His ears just dropped.
After a while, we switch up teams and with TJ on my side and Kudzu and Leo together. It's a bit more even after that, with me being TJ's handicap after all. After about an hour,
Half an hour.
After about half an hour, we call it quits and head back to the parking lot where Leo throws us all water bottles. I wipe my face as I sit on one of the parking blocks. Even though it's early evening, the weather is still way too damn hot. Leo and TJ are already up again. TJ showing him some of the moves he had so viciously used on me. I'm glad to see that TJ is somewhat happy again. His ears are up and he's smiling as he runs circles around Leo.
Hey, how am I supposed to learn anything if you're just using them on me? Just trying to make me look dumb, eh?
Not hard, Leo.
Not hard, Leo.
Sorry. All right, the first thing you need to do is have talent. Do you have any of that, Leo? Any at all? Okay, then this is going to be hard.
I can drive forklift? Or whatever What is Leo's certification supposed to be in?
He's an auto mechanic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the family business.
Okay. Well,
That was the diner. I thought he worked in the diner for some reason. Was that Route 65?
No.
That's when they were kids, so I thought he worked in the diner. I swear he did.
I mean,
If you're confusing him with Julian,
being
which is hard to do.
Being an auto mechanic can make a decent amount of cash. I noticed.
Well, yeah, especially if you own the business,
Yeah.
like his dad does.
I noticed Kudzu was standing a few feet away, watching along with me.
So I guess you've known Leo. So I guess you've known Leo since you moved to Echo?
Kudzu looks over at me before leaning back against Leo's van. Yeah. He saw me moving in and insisted on helping, so that's how I met him.
Sounds like Leo.
Kudzu takes a swig from his water bottle. He's a good guy.
Definitely. So you used to live here, right, in Peyton?
Unfortunately.
Behold my journalism questions. No mortal man would know these questions.
Unfortunately.
Only if you go to the liberal college.
That's right. Unfortunately, I guess Leo told you.
Yeah?
I also remember Leo saying that some bad things happened in the city for the raccoon. So I wonder if I should press or not.
Hey, sorry if it seemed like I was making fun of your name a few days ago. It's a cool name, made after a messy plant that grows everywhere. It's just different, You know?
Kudzu smiles. No, I know it's weird. You just caught me at a bad time, is all. I spread my legs out, sighing as my knees pop.
Ooh, getting those legs spread out, huh?
Wow.
Legs are
Showing the
popping.
stems, huh?
Chase
And all
is
of a
starting.
sudden, Leo's face just snaps to Leo.
Chula. Yep, Chase is starting to get old. His knees are starting to pop.
That ripe old age of 21, put him out to pasture. Ugh, I'm not built for running around.
Well, yeah, you're built for swimming. I raise my
Let
eyebrows.
us all make sure we're racist. Make sure our racist stereotypes always hold true.
I raise my eyebrows at his bluntness. I'm not really a speciesist. It's not really a speciesist thing to say, but most people don't often point out our species' aptitudes.
I guess I wonder why you'd move to Echo. It's such a wonderful place. I mean, dump.
Kuzu's silent for a while. In the meantime, we watch Leo fall on his ass after TJ kicks the ball between his legs. People.
Huh?
People are the reason I left. People are the reason why I left Peyton.
Oh.
It's technically a small city with just 70,000 people. Compared to Pueblo, that's nothing.
Honestly, is that bigger than Modesto? I think it might be, which is the nearest big city to me. So it's just like, yeah, that sounds like a city.
The more people there are, the worse it is. It's the same everywhere.
Ah, okay.
Kudzu goes on. Sure, in Echo there are... But in Peyton, there's 50,000 of them. I prefer Echo. His tone is so dark at this point that I don't even respond. Something definitely happened here in Peyton, and I don't dare ask what it was. Luckily, I'm saved from an awkward silence as Leo haphazardly kicks the ball in our direction and TJ comes running up to us.
Damn it, already, I think that's enough. Wait, damn it. Alright, I think that's enough for today.
He jogs over, wiping his face.
Man, I need a shower, Chase.
Join me, Chula. It is water.
Join me, Chula. In a bath together.
You clearly won't fall asleep and have a weird hallucination with spiders again.
He got drowned in the shower.
You won't drown in the bathtub because of your sleep paralysis.
You two getting along?
No, we were about to get the knives out,
Mm-hmm.
and I was about to just stab him right in his little raccoon face.
It's gonna be his first knife fight.
When Kudzu doesn't say anything, I pipe up.
Yep.
Leo frowns, clearly sensing something's wrong.
Well, okay. Anyway, let's go out and get some ice cream. I've really been craving it.
I stand up slowly, my knees popping again as we all pile into the car. As we
Because a
drive,
lot of sugar and fat is the perfect thing to do after you've done your first cardio in years.
you know it.
Gotta replace those calories.
As we drive, TJ continues to stare out the window, but his ears are up and he doesn't seem so depressed anymore. I lean over towards him.
Yep, one game of soccer fixes all depression.
Mm-hmm.
Fact. You feeling better?
TJ turns and looks over at me, smiling.
Yeah, it was fun playing with you guys.
I grin.
You're insanely good. It's like you're going to school or something for it.
He shakes his head.
Not compared to the other guys, it's cool. I'm not aggressive enough. Imagine that, Chase. Me, TJ, not aggressive. But it's fun. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
TJ nods.
It's too bad we can't come back and do it again tomorrow. Because, tomorrow's a whole day away. Huh? Why not?
Not that I'm crazy about doing it again, but I'm not sure what would prevent it. He looks at me.
Well, your project. I mean, you're gonna do homework at some point, right? Right, Chase? The project that was supposed to be super important?
I frown.
I don't think. I mean, me, Chase, Hunter, do homework? No. You silly little links. Where did you get such a silly idea?
Hey, what flavor do you guys want?
Leo practically shouts back at us. I look around. We aren't even at the ice cream parlor yet. Doesn't seem to
Yeah,
matter.
we're on this weird road.
Yeah. It doesn't seem
That's
to. It doesn't seem to matter to TJ though.
no, looky dough. It's been so long since I had it because it's a carb and I'm forbidden from those.
Mm-hmm.
It goes against God, according to my coach.
Because they're carbs,
Really?
yeah.
Carb. Well, it is ice cream. All of it's carbs.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know you liked that flavor.
And somehow Leo's able to keep up the conversation about ice cream flavors all the way to the actual ice cream parlor.
And we never discussed my project again. And the clear thing that was almost thought of
And then
didn't
the
happen.
conversation continues, and that's why vanilla is actually the best flavor.
But you have to get the vanilla bean. If it's not with the beanie vanillas, you've gone wrong. If you go French vanilla, those French people, they don't know what they're doing.
What about vanilla sherbet?
That's even worse because there's no creamy. I have the cream.
I decided the shots I got earlier in the day were too bright, not representative of the sad state of the town that I wanted. The setting sun does a better job of capturing the desolation and bittersweet depression of it all. A metaphor for an end, in a way. At least, that's how I hope it will come across. I lean back against the old rusted car, clicking through the images I've taken. It feels very quiet, despite the wildlife around me. And so that's why it's easy for me to pick out the footsteps headed in my direction. At first, I think it's Leo, and I wonder how he's finished up with his shower so quickly. But then I
Well, when you
realize,
don't really scrub hard, you can get through it pretty quick.
yeah. But then I realize that the crunch of dried vegetation is too soft, too light to be Leo.
Because Leo's obviously fat.
I look up, kind of hoping to see Kudzu, but instead I'm greeted with the sight of Clint headed in my direction. My grip tightens on the camera, watching as he approaches around the bend of the tracks. He doesn't see me at first. As he gets to the tracks, he hops onto one of the metal rails, balances there, walking along like he's on a tightrope. Does everyone in Echo just come here to take a walk? I think about walking around the train car out of his line of sight, and hide until he passes. While I'm thinking of
Well, to be
this,
fair, it is like the most beautiful spot in Echo.
yeah,
I mean, so why wouldn't you all come take a walk here?
yeah.
I mean, where else is prettier?
While I'm thinking this, he loses his balance and stumbles off the rail, and that's when he looks up. Of course, I'm the first thing he sees, and we both just sort of stand there, watching each other. I don't know what to do. Could said Clint probably didn't remember anything from last night, but I'm not willing to bet on it. It does look like he's not even sure who I am, though. His eyes are squinted almost shut, mouth all screwed up as he scratches his head comically. He leans forward, almost to the point of falling over again. Definitely on something. At that moment, a look of recognition spreads across his face and his mouth opens wide. He starts jogging straight for me. The abruptness of his movements startle me, and I almost drop the camera. I angle myself away from the car so I'm not backed up against it, and I start taking steps back as he gets closer. He stops, though, about 10 feet away and points at me.
Hi, I know you.
It's Alistair.
I'm at a loss for what to say. He's wobbling back and forth, his eyes wide open.
Your name.
There's an awkward pause.
Even though I knew it yesterday, but I forgot it again.
There's an awkward pause as I try to determine whether or not he's asking a question.
My name? TJ. Yeah, I'm totally TJ. Go shoot him.
Why did I tell him that?
Cause it's funny. You're Leo's F-word friend.
I'm distracted again
I'm-
because that's when I see the handle of a pistol just poking out from the front of a waistband of Clint's jeans. Clint glares.
Fucking Leo, why do you hang out with that creep? I mean, he doesn't do anywhere near as much meth. How could he be cool like me? He's got a big dick. That's why?
I'm looking around, trying to decide the best way of escape in case he loses it.
I mean, he's always saying shit to me, always saying shit about my dad. He had a perfect fucking life, and he rubs it in my goddamn face. So that's why I blame all immigrants and look no further for any systems of power that might be disadvantaging me. It's just
Yep.
immigrants.
You got Maga Cat and Maga Wolf.
And surprisingly, they don't get along.
Yeah, they hate each other. I take
Well, they do fight like cats and dogs. But I'm bummed.
I take a few innocuous steps back so that the end of the car is right next to me, in case I have to duck behind it.
I don't think Leo's life was that easy. I mean, his dad has got him practically working slave hours at the shop, and if you've seen his tiny house, I mean, he doesn't even have room for parking, yet somehow we all park there. It defies, Euclidean space. But, it was pretty bad in this country, too. Reminding you that he's an immigrant. Let's just keep getting that in there. Fucking B-word coming here to make my fucking life even worse. Stealing our meth jobs. Because that was my meth job. It's my job to do all the math, and he's trying to take it by not doing the math. Couldn't go home and be happy. Couldn't go outside and be happy. I can't be happy anywhere. And it's the migrants' fault.
He sneers at me.
And you fuck him, don't you? You're one of the ones eating all the dogs and the cats, aren't you?
I just stare at him and don't say anything. I feel like anything I say could set him off, but he waits patiently, expecting an answer.
Like, I'm not from
Clint,
Haiti. I don't
the
need
dick
that.
is good, but you don't have to be this jelly. Sorry, what were you saying?
It's like
Okay.
it's like he would be like, I'm not from Haiti. I don't eat cats and dogs. He's from El Salvador.
He's like, no. I just eat cats and dogs out. Completely different. Don't you?
He shudders visibly. Clint.
Fucking imagines you licking his fat ass is disgusting.
Well, that's
Because
not
yes,
what
he eats the
that thing
dogs out.
is.
And I
Not what
think
that
about
thing
it
is.
all the time, especially when I'm on my happy sauce. About, that big old Leo Boutte. He's stacking those cakes, don't you know? I don't even care that you're fagging around with him. Fagging around with him? My dreamboat? How dare you steal him?
If I wasn't so afraid of the whole situation, I'd probably have started laughing then. I take another step back.
Would definitely go him shot.
Hey, I was just about to head out and give some head. I'm doing this project. That's why I'm here. So, don't shoot me, please.
He glares at me.
Me and Leo broke up a few years ago. It's just a booty call that I'm giving him here on this trip. We're just, friends with those kind of benefits, You don't know what he's like. The things he did to me, it was way worse than what I ever did to you, which we will never expand upon, because that would make character depth, which would excuse why I'm such a jerk. No, seriously, what What would be like what Leo's doing to him, other than making a joke about him having incest with his sister? Like, like what are they even supposed to be implying?
World will never know.
I think this is really just there to be like, hey, he's not as good of a person as you think he is.
Yeah, it starts planting the seeds of like doubt in Leo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Has there been anything so far in the story that is like planting doubt, or it's just like the really first one that?
The stalker
Lynn gives us
thing.
a warning. Yeah, he's way too obsessed with fetishizing Chase's otterness.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He clearly doesn't care about anyone in the group but Chase, with the whole fake party that he's forcing on, the most socially awkward member of the group. And then, his big plan, even if it was going to work, would be all of a sudden, giant social obligation now, Carl. So he's narcissistic. The weird, he has a gun and has holes in his wall from some kind of anger issue. Like Stevie did. Oh wait, nope, we haven't got there yet. He did beat the shit out of Clint in a public space.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is true. I don't know if he's narcissistic though. Could be, but I don't know. But
well, again, I have out of pocket information.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But,
from the other routes and whatnot.
Yeah.
But hey, I do need to head out. We can talk about this later.
He sees me stepping around the car, and immediately his hand shoots the handle of the gun.
Hey.
I freeze, watching his hand preparing to throw myself to the ground as he pulled it out. At the same time, I'm praying if he does. He glares at me.
What the hell are you doing out here anyways?
With shaking hands, I point to the camera around my neck.
I told you, I doing a project.
I try to smile as I hold it up.
Just about Echo? What the fuck is there to say about it?
His hand loosens on the pistol as I manage to steady my voice enough to actually speak.
Well, there's a history to it, There's a history to everything, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Because I'm a mystery-solving otter.
Clint looks...
Behold, I will unravel all the things with my liberal journalism powers.
Oh man, what were they called in Scooby-Doo? The Mystery Machine? He's the Mystery Otter. The Otter Machine. Clint looks around.
Yeah, Leo's Fred. TJ would be Daphne. Carl's obviously Shaggy.
Zoinks.
And Flynn's Daphne.
Well, you said Daphne twice.
TJ would be Velma.
Yeah. Wait, who would Jenna be?
No one. She's getting kicked out. This is the all-gay mystery gang.
All-guy mystery gang.
Clint looks around, seeming to forget about his gun.
Oh, yeah, like this railroad? Yeah, like this railroad. Come on, take pictures, Clint. Try to keep up.
Clint's eyes are vacant as he stares at the ground, and I think about making a run for it again.
He starts taking pictures of Clint, like in the documentary. Here's one of the meth-addicted locals now inhabiting Echo.
Here's the illustrious champion of the people. Clearly the wealthiest man in Echo, and then just shows Clint. Shows this picture of Clint
as he's got the glass pipe still in his hand.
Oh, ow!
I jump as his head snaps up.
My dad once told me that his dad knew this guy that got killed here back in like the 50s. Old timey things like that. Oh?
Despite the fact that there's a crazy meth head in front of me with a gun, still find myself becoming interested.
Yeah, like there's some guy that was trying to hop on one like way back then, and that's how people would get around. The 50s when hobos ruled the world in the Dust Bowl, and FDR was kicking it with his feety feet that he could clearly use. I'm Clint. I know history. So this guy was like trying to hop on this train here, and then it was leaving the station, but he missed jumping on.
Clint sits down in the dry and dusty weeds and spreads his legs out over the rails.
And he falls off, and he falls down like this, and it runs over his legs.
Clint brings both hands down in chopping motion over his thighs.
Blood goes everywhere. And oh yeah, like he's dead, right?
He looks up at me and I realize he's actually waiting for an answer. I guess his questions are never rhetorical.
You answer me, you little otter. I asked you a question, boy. I assume so, right? Wrong! They found him a few hours later, and somehow the fucker's still alive! Oh.
I'm already starting to doubt this story, or at least this version of it.
The stumps is packed with dirt, so like it stopped the bleeding, but he's gone crazy by now. He's going on about some creature that came to him and spoke whispers in his ears. Something about a chula.
Well, at the very least, I can just stick this story somewhere slow in the project to keep things somewhat interesting. One of those local urban legend type stuff.
But then he goes to the hospital and they think he's going to live. But then he jumps out the window and kills himself.
Clint stands up, brushes himself off.
My daddy used to tell me that story a lot. Not like I wanted to hear it, but he liked telling me things I didn't want to hear. Like this math stuff, apparently 2 and 2 makes 4. Whether it's multiplication or addition. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it's like if you take 2 meth pipes and he gives you 2 other meth pipes, you got 3 meth pipes because you used one. I don't quite know what.
Because when you use a meth pipe, it just disintegrates
Yeah,
like
disintegrates.
a magic spell in D&D.
Yeah.
It gets consumed in the spell.
Yeah, it's a consumable
meth
item. You use it once and you throw it away. I don't quite know.
Well, considering how many of these math problems I'm constantly getting flooded with on Facebook, it's just like, yeah, a lot of people can't do that, apparently.
I don't quite know what to say to that, but I want to keep on his good show of pulling a notebook out of my bag.
Well, thanks, Clint. That actually helps me out a lot because you're well-rounded history research.
But Clint is still off in his own world, staring off at some trees in the distance.
I call this one Ad Astra. It's weird you needed to hear that story because I come here because of it. For closure or something?
Yes, Chase, because that happened to him. He witnessed it personally. That's why his dad told him about it.
Yeah, he time traveled back to the 50s, and yeah. Because of that guy, sometimes I think I see it when I'm on high like. And then I hear things here too. Like people talking. And then I look over and then I see people too. It's crazy. It's scary, but I do it because it's different. In this town, everything's always the same. But you can make a change if you want. You just gotta take a look at the man in the mirror and be like, I want to change.
At that
If
point,
I could remember that song, but that's Michael Jackson. That's gay music. I don't listen to that except when I'm thinking about Leo and his cake.
at that point, he starts walking again, off the tracks and towards that group of trees. I decidedly don't follow him, instead hurriedly making my way back to Leo's house.
This, everyone, is known as foreshadowing.
Indeed, something about train tracks.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
I have a lot of time to calm down on the walk back. Leo's splayed out on his couch, picking through a TV dinner on his lap.
Oh, the most controversial part of the game.
There you are. I warmed up one for you too, but it's probably cold by now.
Then why did you do that? At the TV dinner. You can't double cook a TV dinner. What kind of madness is this game?
I know.
Is the hump started? Is the spooky part started already?
It reverts back to being like made of tires and shit.
Especially because they're not even like having like good frozen food. It's like the variety dinner. It's like, no, that's all right. I'll just put it back in.
Tire pops out. He opens the door.
Yeah. You open up the microwave, Clint's head pops out. Hey, what are you doing? Leo
Leo's my man.
Leo watches me as I head back into the kitchen adjacent to the living room.
Hey, what's up?
My dinner is sitting on the stove, and I make an effort to not wrinkle my nose at the sculpted rib meat covered in barbecue sauce. Watery mashed potatoes complements the gooey mess.
Nothing. Just tired is all. Today's like the first time I've ran in 34 years since high school.
I heard the beeps from the game. I thought it was like someone fucking with my microwave.
I thought it was that or like my space heater.
Like, god damn it. Ghost is in here again.
Man, I didn't even know that thing was still on.
Man, their Foley is just on point. So it's getting you guys.
I tossed the dinner.
Nothing, just tired is all.
I tossed the dinner back into the microwave and set the timer for 2 minutes. As it's warming, I turn back around and lean against the counter and face Leo in the living room. If we let this run for 2 minutes, will it actually beep?
One way to find out. Get your stopwatch.
All right. On air restroom break. All right, everyone. Huddle and break.
Oh, okay. There's my line. My computer didn't want to load. Hey, I was wondering something.
No, we're waiting for 2 minutes to see if it beeps by itself.
It'll work. It'll work out either way. Go for it, Leo.
I believe in them. They got the microwave beep on point, so I can't imagine that it would be letting us down anyway.
It's probably just a sound effect that's literally 2 minutes long and then has a beep at the end.
Hmm?
Leo looks back up at me, ears falling back a little.
It's about Clint.
Leo's brow furrows.
I mean, you guys are at each other's throat. I mean, I don't think Clint is a throat goat, but I could be disproven. I know there's always been some animosity between you two, but I don't remember things being this bad.
I frown.
It's like some kind of magic red hat man is filling his head with anti-immigrant sentiments constantly.
Yeah.
What are you?
I'm anti
You guys
myself.
practically want each other.
Racist against myself.
Honestly, I've seen interviews with illegal immigrants who support Trump. It's a thing.
With undocumented immigrants, we say.
Yes, sorry. The MAGA's getting to me too.
Oh, what are you next going to call them?
It's
Illegal
oozing.
aliens or something?
You see, the reason they can't use that term anymore is it makes them sound cool. Like they're Martians.
Dude,
Like that would be awesome.
now I'm just imagining.
It'd be like, oh yeah, all the Martians are coming down to steal our jobs now.
Now I'm just
Martian.
imagining a gray with like a sombrero on and 2 ray guns.
No, guys, it's the Martian job hunter.
We're going to conquer your world. Beep, 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 beep.
You see the
Our
Martian.
caravan of spaceships are moving.
You see a Martian working at McDonald's in the drive-thru.
He's putting on just the worst impression of like a Mesoamerican accent.
Nano, I'm here to do your landscaping. Nano.
It's Robin Williams. My name is Mort. Nano.
Well, the problem is that if it's Alf, he is eating the cats.
And that's what started the bubonic plague in Europe.
Mhm.
And that's what, that's just what Trump was watching. He just saw Alf. It was like, oh yeah, the illegal immigrants are eating the cats. All right, you guys practically want each other dead.
Leo pins his ears back while he licks barbecue sauce off his fingers.
Chula, that's your job. Look at these beans. Look at these paws.
Chula, I have barbecue sauce. You're supposed to come leak it off.
Here,
I
Chula.
really don't know, Chas.
Chula, I'm feeling saucy.
Here, Chula. Lick this off my finger. Lick this off my finger and... Zip. Oh no! Lick this off of this instead.
Oh, look, my pants were open. My fly was open and I tripped.
Oh no, there's peanut butter down there. I guess you gotta clean it up for
Oh
me, Chase.
no.
Just don't chew like last time. I really don't know, Chas. If I had to say, I think it would be the drugs.
The drugs?
Whatever.
The drugs I'm questioning now, even though clearly he's been on them.
Yeah, really. Whatever he's taking, it's pretty hardcore. I mean, he's a goddamn skeleton now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm responsible for that. I just treat him like he treats everyone else.
I open my mouth, hesitate, then finally ask what's been bothering me.
When you were younger, would you say you bullied him?
Leo frowns.
What's bringing all of this up?
Well, because I saw something, so now I need to say something. That's how bullying works, Leo. Nothing, I'm just curious is all. If I'm going to get constantly hate crimed if I do move in with you. I should probably know that.
Leo starts to smooth down the fur on his head, all poofed out from his shower.
I mean, I wasn't nice to him, of course, but he was an asshole to everyone else. Like I said, I did to him what he did to others.
He coughs.
Maybe a little worse.
Worse? What he did to us was pretty bad. I mean, in Carl's route, he threw water balloons at us. The horror! So he did try to burn me with a cigarette once.
See? When you tell me shit like that, I don't feel bad for any of the things I did with worthless ass. I mean, I remember he was picking on Carl after you ran away like a little bitch, and I came and fucked him up. I beat the shit out of him.
Did your guys' beepers go off? Because
Yeah.
they actually did have the beeper go off.
Yeah, they did. I think it was more
Yeah.
than 2 minutes, though.
It was a very long 2 minutes. He opens up the microwave, it's just charcoal.
It's just burnt.
It looks like
Which
looks like the
surprisingly
latest-
improved the flavor.
Yeah.
It looks like the latest was it How to Basic video where it's like mixed toast.
Yeah.
Unplug the toaster and it's still burnt.
I'm saved from having to respond to that as the timer goes off. I turn around and pull my food out of the microwave before grabbing a plastic fork and sitting down next to Leo. We eat and
Dude,
I...
he doesn't even have silverware.
Yeah, I know,
He is that
that's...
much of a depressed single guy.
Look at all the stuff
He
he has.
can't have a metal fork.
Hey, at least he just doesn't have knives and you have to, like, stab stuff with a knife and put it in your mouth.
Just like that classic, like country cowboy eats all his fruit with like a knife.
Yeah. We eat in a slightly awkward silence. By the time I'm almost finished, I'm feeling a little nauseous.
Uh, Not to be rude, but do you always eat this stuff? I mean, can we at least get like a frozen spaghetti or like frozen burritos? Like those are actually good frozen food.
Oh,
Or like frozen pot stickers, those are pretty yummy. Why are we eating this bullshit?
He looks up with a mouth full of mashed potatoes.
All right, now everybody, we gotta get out of our chairs and start doing the mashed potato dance while we read this part.
I don't know what the mashed potato dance is. Is that like the chicken?
I have no idea. It's from the 50s. That's all I know.
But you don't know what the mashed potato dance is? I'll let Kaiser explain it to
Well, you see, you get into a time machine
you.
and you go to the 50s, and when you see a bunch of poodle skirts around, they'll explain it to you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that kind of solves all the problem. That answers all my questions right there.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to give a ride for Cliff, or no, not Cliff, Clint, so that he can see the leg chopping.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
important.
because it all comes back to the 50s.
Oh my gosh, I just thought, what if Doctor Who, the female Doctor Who, just goes into this game, grabs Clint, and that's his companion? I'm gonna have
And
like
he's just so high, he's just constantly like bumbling around through time.
scratching constantly, just leaves like sores and shit everywhere.
Yeah, he just tears the sore off and leaves it somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah, he just leaves patches of fur wherever he goes.
Scabs of Clint all throughout history. All add something. Becomes a plot point. Like becomes sentient. It's a different
So,
race.
like, Jenna.
Well, that's how they invented. Well, that's how they figured out how to invent meth in ancient Egypt. Is because Clint was just walking around and dropped some.
Yeah, so Jenna's talking to a scientist. She's like, "We invented cloning. Look, we're gonna make it. We're going to recreate the oldest human being ever found." And it's just Clint.
The Daleks find a whole bunch of like the scars, and they're just like, "What is this? What is this? You pollute the world with your scabs. Explain, explain."
All right. Well, this microwavable dinner stuff, it froze.
He swallows loudly.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, you don't like it? You eat it.
He lowers his ears again, looking embarrassed.
It's fine. I mean, it's just sad. Why can't I find a man that'll cook?
Dude, it's
If
like,
only there were a hot lizard man that loves cooking, especially the fish,
I mean,
because I'm an otter.
it's like, you have that friend in college who just makes nothing but ramen, and he's like, "This is the best stuff ever," from this like 33-cent ramen pack. And then you meet him 10 years later, and he's still just making ramen. You're like, dude, what are you doing?
At least get like the good ramen that's like in the freezers, that's in the refrigerated produce section.
Yeah.
Dude, you got the dry stuff still? Jeez.
Here's how you make eggs. Here's how you make proper food. And look, it's cheaper. Sort of. I look at him
It's,
sheepishly.
Oh, you little fucker. I get better food sometimes. This is just easier. He gets better food. He gets stuffers.
yeah, no, he moves up to the frozen spaghetti, like I said.
Mm-hmm. The frozen spaghetti.
It's spaghetti. It's the spaghetti.
Hey, sometimes I open canned soup. Okay,
Yeah?
SpaghettiOs.
I drag a plastic fork through the flaky potatoes.
Although he likes to call them Leos.
Yeah, he gets Oreos and they're Leos.
And what qualifies as better food? The diner. Because Janice is a great cook, and never question it.
Yeah. Hey, it's not like I can't afford it. I make good money.
I laugh.
This isn't about money. I just think you're a lazy dog.
Leo mock growls and leans over to grab me. I yelp theatrically and try to hold my tray steady as he yanks me sideways to lay against him, our heads on the armrest.
A whole train just flips over and splashes against his face.
Damn it.
Well, Chula, we need another shower. Let's get going.
What are you two
Hey, I
doing
gotta,
there?
hey, I gotta throw away my tray. It's full of gross TV dinner water.
Leo. Neo.
Neo.
It's just Keanu
Yes.
Reeves.
For yes, for Leo's gonna see through the code of the Matrix and break free.
We just noticed there's like a stitch on Leo. He takes off his fursuit head. It's just Keanu Reeves. Alright, Leo.
Whoa, jeez, don't you want to give me sexy times?
Leo nuzzles into my neck.
Put it on the floor. Try not to step in it later.
Ugh, gross.
You can throw it away when I'm ready to get up.
My needs are more important than yours, Chase. Since when do you decide when I can or can't get up? I mean, yeah, are you gonna be a wolf dom? Do I need to put my collar on?
Right. It's like dominatrix wolf.
That would mean he's a girl. That would mean he's a female wolf. If he's a
Yeah, no,
dominatrix
it's
wolf.
it's just it's just dom when it's dudes.
Yeah. And if it's female, it's also Dom. It's just with an extra N and an E.
It's his real name's Theo. Since you decided to mouth off to me, now you're the one that's gonna be cleaning all of my meals and cleaning up my house, Chula.
I shiver and it
Yep.
responds by spooning me tighter.
Yeah,
Clearly,
because that's clearly Leo's dream is just force Chase into being a trad wife by any means necessary. He's
Chase.
not gay. He's just, he'll just feminize Chase.
He makes Chase wear like a French maid outfit all the time. Clearly,
Well, that
Leo.
is part of the storyline in Welcome to Echo, let's just say.
Clearly, Leo's gauged that I'm past the point of resisting at this point in my little vacation. He's taking advantage of it.
Estoy loco. Or y.
He rolls the R dramatically. Definitely taking advantage of it. We're both too tired to do anything more, which is probably for the best, and within a few minutes, I passed out.